Here is how to create booking forms for your Google Sites. Hey everyone and welcome. I hope you're all doing great. This is going to be for those people who just created a Google site and they want to add forms or booking forms if you have those kinds of services. So it is going to be a little bit, it's going to be simple. It's just going to be using third-party applications to use it because Google Sites itself doesn't have it built in. So for example, if we just go to my site within Google Sites, let's say you just want to add a booking form over here so people can just, book things from your Google Sites. It's very simple. You will need to go ahead and actually just first plan out where you want it to be. And then afterwards, you just go ahead and open up a new tab and go ahead and type in Google Forms. And we go to actually visit Google Forms from here. Now, Google Forms is going to help you create those forms easily. It's just going to be a little bit more manual, you could say, because you can respond to basically, like, simply put, if you have a smaller business where you can have like about 3 to 4 bookings a day, you can use this one. If it's a lot more, then maybe you go ahead and use another one, which I can show you also later on. But basically, what you will need to do again, go to type in Google Forms and just visit the first link where you will find yourself within here and click on Go to Forms, which will allow you to use either a template or create a blank one, which I highly suggest. So let's just go ahead and click on blank form and we will create a form from scratch. So the first thing that you will need to do is set up your theme and make sure you fully customize this. Fully customize this to your branding because people are going to see this and they are going to visit this from your Google Sites. So you want to maintain this level of professionalism and keep your branding in here. So you can change the font for each part here, and you can also use a header image if you want. So you can just go ahead and click on choose image and you can just upload your own image, but let's just use this one for now, and click on insert, and it's going to just show up right there, which is going to give it a little bit of a nice touch. And then you can also change the colors of your entire form, basically. So the main colors, if you have a specific color that you work with, you can use it, and it's just going to change the whole thing. So let me just keep it like this, or just similar. Actually, let's just keep it like that, or stick to the blue. I'm sorry. Okay, so after you go ahead and finish up your themes in here, basically what you will need to do is first give your form a name. So book a meeting, and then you give it a description, which is just going to tell people what they're getting into, basically. So book a meeting, or maybe book a one-on-one meeting with me and get the full benefits, or whatever it may be that you are promoting. So you can just use a simple description. And here is going to be basically what they will be using. So it's going to be multiple choice, checkboxes, drop down, whatever it may be. But usually it's just going to be checkbox. And you can make it a quiz later on as well. And you can do, for example, if it's checkboxes, we can do, let's see. So let's do what type of service are you booking, and then we can give it multiple options here. So we can do this one should be multiple choice because it's what type of services they are booking. So we can just do multiple choice, and then we can just adjust all the options. So example 1, here you obviously list your services, and you can also add images to each specific one. So here we can adjust this if I can just do it. So option 2, we go ahead and add example 2, and then add option example 3, and you get the point. And we can remove the other. I added the other. If you have or give this option, it's completely up to you. And then maybe you will also want to add the date. So to go ahead and add the date, you will need to add another question. Again, if you want to, you can add an image to each example for like which services, if you want to fully customize it and make it really your own, and make sure that it is required unless it's not, but make sure it's required. Um, and then if you want to add a date, so you know exactly when they are booking, you will need to add another question. So this is question one, and we are done with it. We go ahead and click on the plus sign here, which is add question, and then we go ahead and add the question, for example, at what time, and then we go ahead and change. What happened? I don't know. So we change the time to make it so the first thing would be date, and then we add the time. It's very simple. So we make sure we select date, and then we go ahead and make sure it is required, and then we also include time. So we just click on the three dots over here and include time. So now they will need to fill in the month, day, and year, obviously, and then the time as well of day. And if you want to add an image, you can also do so. Again, it's completely up to you. So, what else? If you don't like if you want to change or rearrange them, you can simply just drag and drop them from the top. Let's just keep it like this. Okay. So, in the middle, you should find responses if there's any, and you are accepting responses. If you are not, then you can just simply turn it off, and you can turn on these as well. And then we go ahead to settings. So you can make this a quiz, which I don't think is suitable for this one. We've got responses, and you can manage how responses are collected. So in here, collect email addresses if you want to collect their emails, the people that are booking. So if you want to contact them, you can just go ahead and click on verify, and those are going to be collected. Send responders a copy of the response. If you want to turn that on, you can feel free to do so, and you can limit to one response if that's what you want. And let's just turn that off, and you can just again change a lot of stuff in here from the settings if you want to go through and see all of them. Next up, after you're done, everything should be saved, and you will need to send it to your Google Sites. Now, you get two methods of how to actually have it in your Google Sites. You just go ahead and click on send, and either you can do it by link, so you can use a button, or you can do the HTML code, which is just going to embed it to your Google Sites. I will show you both ways. So let's just do the link first. If you want to shorten it, you can do so. We can just go ahead and click on copy. And then we just go back to our Google Sites and create a button or whatever you want to add the link. For example, let me use a button. Let's just do book now. And then we change the link to the link that we have just copied from there. And we just click on update. And now it should be done. If we just click on publish and preview it, it should actually send us to the form. And the other way is going to be by copying this HTML code, and we can just embed it to our Google Sites by just clicking on embed here, and we just embed code, and we paste it over here and click on next, and it should show up the way we want it to be. So you can view it, see how things are. Let me just insert it so we can actually see it properly. So if we just make it bigger and a little bit longer, you can see the form and how it's going to look like with all the questions that we have. You can move it to the middle if you want, and you can see now people need to provide their email, time, and also the last question. So this is basically how to add a booking form to your Google Sites and how to have it functional, and you can respond to it. And by the way, if this is not suitable for you, the Google Forms, you can use other sites that provide the same thing. You can look them up. I'm not going to really provide a specific other site because there's plenty. You can just go ahead and search which website like has better features or something. This one should work if you have a smaller business, but regardless, the other sites are going to have the similar experience. You just go ahead, customize your form, create the questions that you want to create, and then you just click on copy the link, or the HTML, and you can just use it like that and publish, and it should be good to go. And you can see if we just click on publish, let me actually just show you real quick that it is fully working. If we just click on view, we can see now the button is here and also the form is here, so we can actually go ahead and click on it and change the date and time, and we can also record if you want to send them your email. And if we just click on book now instead, it will take us to the actual page where we can just fill in our information and submit. So this is basically it. I hope you liked this video, and thanks for watching.